Okay, Allie, show me your ring.
Oh, here.
Now, tell me what you do for a living.
Oh, I love my husband.
And how did you get that awesome job?
Well, I became a better human being, and I became feminine and also shocking, submissive. So that was the secret.
So what are your tips to women that want to be a housewife?
To embrace it. It's an actual job. You just can't get it in the public or private sector. Like, you need a man to hire you for it, but that's okay. Because if you think about it, you submit to your boss who makes you clean stupid shelves at your retail job, right? Like, wouldn't it be better if you were cleaning your own shelves at home? You know what I mean? And your boss wants to sleep with you in a good way. In a good way.
And where do you meet these men?
Well, I think women should work for the men that they want to pursue. I know that sounds crazy, but it's really easy. So if you think about it, like, you want a lawyer, right? So then you should be a paralegal, or if you want a dentist, then you should be a dental hygienist. But these are considered, I guess, high value status professions. But I think that's a really good model that not enough women utilize, because women will bully the woman who is the secretary that marries the doctor, okay? But who has the last laugh? Like, her in her McMansion with her husband who's hot and the babies. Like, that's who has the last laugh.
So you ladies are really angry about this woman basically saying how she bagged a high value man, and what she did really didn't take that much effort. You know, she basically threw that feminism or feminist crap to the side and basically was like, I'm going to get down on it. No pun intended. And just be feminine, be cooperative, just be a nice, better person. You know, not too hard, is it, right? Anyway, it's your guy, JR Wisdom. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's run it up one time, man. Anyway, so we seen this clip. It's been on several social media sites where it's kind of like going viral. And like I said previously, a lot of women were taking issue with basically, I guess they feel like she's talking down on them that, hey, I got a high value man, I got a ring, you don't, ha 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 ha. When all she was asked a question by this other young lady on how she did it, how she got herself a high value man. And she basically said that at the end of the day, you know, I put my pride to the side. You know, I wasn't on no feminist stuff, and basically decided to work on myself, work on my femininity, work, you know, listen to men, what it is that they want, and basically, you know, I got what I want and end up living the kind of life that I want to live. And I took my ego out of it, which is something we all must do. She said, I had no problem with submission. That came along. And like I did a video like years ago, which I'll probably link it here for you guys to see. I think it's titled The Golden Ticket. Femininity, ladies, is your golden ticket. A man will literally hand you his wallet, you know, when with based off of your femininity. Come home. I'm not saying you're objectifying yourself, but basically you come home, you know, you may be in some lingerie, you may ask him how his day is going, you got something prepared for him, take his boots off, rub his feet. JR, that sounds too much like being a slave. Yeah? Okay. Well, you keep slaving with your little kids around the house, you know, doing that for them, and they not paying a damn bill, are they? You know what I'm saying? But you won't do that for this man. I'm not saying that he's telling you to do it, but just thinking about more than just yourself. Making that time, ask him, you know, communicating with him instead of it just all being about you. Being able to be that presence, that art, that muse that he can just look at and just admire and just, you know, basically make him feel like somebody. You know what I'm saying? Make him feel like somebody, and instead of making everything seem like it's a chore or a task or you're being bothered. Or he has to earn me. When you don't really impute anything into him, and you're just making things difficult, and you're bitter and jaded, and a man has to break down these walls in order to get to me, and he must be able to make it where I'm going to submit to him. Even though I may be in a relationship with him 15, 20 years, I'm still not submitting to him. Which is just bananas. She brought up a good point too, which is something that I always say as well. You ladies will talk to your man any kind of way. He asks you to do something or asking you do something for him, you turn it into a problem. But when you go to work, you're just as submissive and quiet and do what you're told because you know that you'll lose that job if you don't. Some of you even run your mouth and end up getting fired or maybe have your way with certain people on the job, but you don't end up getting promoted. But the majority of you don't go to work and you don't talk to your supervisor in that manner. But you'll talk to your man, disrespect him any type of way, and he'll sit there and take it. So you think that, hey, he hasn't left me yet, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But eventually these dudes have a point where either they crack or they end up cheating on you and they just stick around. But I always tell ladies, you'd be surprised how much a man would do for you with just being that cooperative, feminine, submissive in that act, instead of making everything a personal challenge. Taking everything as a personal challenge that I'm gonna basically be contentious. Anything that he says, I'm gonna have an issue with it. How do you ever expect the relationship to work? And then you always point it as the man or men being the issue when there's only one common denominator in everything, if you look at things after a while. But I think a lot of people, especially women, have an issue with self-reflecting. We talk about healing and things like that, but we're not getting off. I'm not gonna get too far off on that. But the whole thing of, I want this type of man, but I'm not really qualified for it at the end of the day. What is it about me that he would want? What is it when you look at yourself that you would want if you were to date yourself? Is something you really need to be thinking about. Would he hire you? Are you looking to get hired? As she said, that was the terminology she was using. You should be looking for a man to hire you, because that's basically what it is. You don't have any control of you getting married. The proposal part. As we always say, you're in control of sex, but you're not in control of that ring that gets put on your finger. So basically, you are going through the interview process and proving yourself worthy for that man, unless you're going to ask him to marry you, But you're wanting this man to ask for your hand in marriage, and some of you think that you deserve it just based off of looks. And a lot of these dudes a lot of these guys are simping out here, whispering these sweet nothings when all he got is some buns, and that qualifies you for a ring just based off some buns. And that's not cool. So I appreciate her saying that. Another thing she said, which I thought was important, is that a lot of you ladies who took issue with this video and women who talk like this and you call them pick-me's, which there are some pick-me's here in this YouTube space, right? But a lot of you make fun of women who are submissive and who are willing to listen to their man and who are willing to communicate. And you're saying things like, that couldn't be me. Of course it couldn't be you. That couldn't be me doing that. You iron his clothes. You fold his laundry. You prepare his lunch. You do all these things. You run him a hot bath, right? Couldn't be me. Yeah, it couldn't be you. And that's why you're going to stay where you are. Because you're not willing to do those things. You're not willing to, I'm not even saying that's being extraordinary, but you're just not willing to do those things. But you deserve certain things. You deserve more than just a Pookie and Ray Ray. Go ahead and continue to make fun of those women. Like she said, she's going to go to her McMansion and have her beautiful kids and go on vacations with their significant other instead of just a bunch of girls. For those of you who do go on trips or go out to a club, that's your immediate community or your circle of influence, if you will. So anyway, man, I won't get off my soapbox. Let me know if you guys have encountered women like this, or you ladies, if you're trying to get out of that, man. Make sure you book a session on Linktree. I look forward to speaking with you. The link should be popping up on the screen. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys follow follow me on Instagram. Purchase all of my books and merch. The link is in the description below. Much abundance and blessings to all of you. Appreciate you guys for rocking with me. And with that being said, this is Wisdom. Peace be upon you all. The mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know. I haven't put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth them.